Hello, I'm out here enjoying a foggy day. Any guesses where I am? There's the city. This is Crissy Fields Beach. There's the pier. And following the pier down is a pretty big giveaway. That's the Golden Gate Bridge. My guys are out here fishing this morning for bass and halibut. So, I got myself a warm coffee. Trying to keep warm. You're sitting on a rock, a boulder. The shoreline, this part of the shoreline's filled with boulders. And I packed an activity. Remember I found this at Hobby Lobby? $2.49 from 44th Street Needle Company. Supposedly, it has absolutely everything I need to make this cute keychain on the beach. Let's take a look. I haven't opened it yet. I was showing some self-control. Nothing on the back side. Instructions. I'm gonna put this in my purse right here next to me. No QR code needed because reception isn't the best out here on the beach, which is one of the most wonderful parts about disconnecting at the beach. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, step one. That's a nice, clear, zoomed in color picture of what I'm making. 3 peas in a pod. My Nola, my Lily, and my Ryan. Let's take a look. Ooh, nice color. Full color. Oh, for a second I thought it was knitting. I was like, ah, what a mistake. So it says I have stitch markers, a needle, a plastic needle for sewing in my ends, 6 plastic eyes, 2 for each of the peas, stuffing. There's a key ring, crochet hook. I have black yarn, light green yarn, dark green yarn, and a little bit of pink, I think, on their cheeks. All right, let's jump in here. What else we got? Ooh, so those are nice clear pictures for beginning crocheters. Yeah, I think that'd be a nice gift if you had someone in your life that wanted to learn to crochet. So I got step 1 is the pea seed, and step 2 is pea shell, and that's it. Okay, fair enough. Looks like a treasure map. I'm out here on the rocks. Okay, so the pea seed, we're gonna do it times 3. And there are 11 rounds. It says round 1, with light green yarn, form a magic ring. Work 6 single crochets in the ring, pull tail to close and join. Well, these are nice, clear, simple instructions to read, but do they show me how to make a magic circle? Magic ring, sorry, magic ring, magic ring. Yes, they do. Look how clear those are to see. I do know how to make a magic ring, but for fun. So it's starting to sprinkle. Let me get my yarn and my hook together. I'll be right back. I found some great big pieces of California jade down here.
Yeah, no, there's
much bigger than even the beach down. A nice 2mm hook. It's got that nice soft grip like those clovers. Okay, with light green yarn. Nice clear instructions. So I got spring green and then I have green. I guess this one would be the lighter, right? Woohoo, the wind picked up a little bit. These are cute little skeins. They're very dense. Okay, I keep tucking things back into my purse because I don't want to lose anything out here. I usually like working from the inside. I'm not sure what that is. It's towards the outer loop, so that's not my middle. I'm just gonna work from the outside of it. Simplicity. I'm running out of spaces to set stuff. That's okay. I'm just gonna pull some out. All right. Hello, son. Show us your pole. Okay.
like this thing?
Yeah. Is it big like this?
Not super heavy, but...
All right, 6 single crochet in.
This is confusing me so much.
What?
I think I have a light, but then it goes back to popping on off the bottom now. Wait, I can chuck this in. Give me hot chocolate.
Come over here real quick and grab it. Oh, throw it in the back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My favorite part. Pull the ring tight. Really? Love watching it disappear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mikey at Crochet Crowd taught me that a long time ago. Starting from my hook, sometimes it's easier to count backwards to find exactly which one you should dive into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Diving in. Did it say slip stitch to join, or are we working in continual rounds? Pull tail closed and join. Slip stitch join. No problem. There we go. And then after I do my little slip stitch join, I like to give it another little, and you could feel it give just a little bit more. This is some interesting yarn. It's definitely not plied together very tight. A little splitty. Round 2. Chain 1, single crochet increase in next stitch 6 times and join it. And I love in a pattern where in parentheses it tells you how many stitches you should end up with. Absolutely valuable for me. So chain 1, and then we'll do 2 single crochets in each one. It is splitting, especially that 2mm hook. My guys are back down the beach a bit. They came to change out their lures they were using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And we join with a little slip stitch, and I got my 12, and it's already looking cute. Nice and neat. Round 3, 4 are increases, and that will bring me up to 18, 24. I'm gonna go ahead and do those increases, and I'll be right back. Okay, I worked the 2 rounds and I'm up to 24 stitches around. And what I've noticed is at the end of every row, they want you to slip to join. And then the row starts out with a chain 1 and then working into the next. And what I've noticed is it's a little tricky because when I do that chain 1, it becomes like a false stitch in there. And so when I'm counting around and then I slip to join, I have to count before I slip to join because I don't want to accidentally join into that little false chain 1. Or my count will be off. So I'm up to 24. No problems. Still beautiful. So the next 3 rows, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 rows, are single crochet in the next 24 stitches, slip to join, chain 1, 24 single crochets for the 4 rounds. And I realized I didn't use my stitch markers. Rookie mistake, right? They gave them to me. I should be using them. Come on. I'm glad they gave me the 2. It's getting windier out here. Don't want them to slip away. This is the little notions bag. Some cute little tiny safety eyes. Go easy, Amy. I don't want to rip that bag. Hold on to this. Back in the purse. My bag holder. Okay. So I chained one. So this, working in the next stitch, is my first stitch. So I'm gonna put my stitch marker in the first stitch of the round. That's the one that I will slip stitch into when I get back around. Woo. So they're a little stiff. I'm gonna have to use them, break them in. So I'm gonna work four 24 single crochets around 4 times and I'll be back. My guys have decided to move their fishing spot from the beach area over to the pier. So I'm sitting on a wall that goes from the pier and wraps all the way around to the fort underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm still working on those 4 rounds. I've stopped joining and single crocheting after every round because it made the San Andreas fault. It made that ugly little fault line. And I know when I put them inside the pod, I can hide the ugly part of the pea. Lots of tourists today. Do you like people watching? It's like my 3rd favorite hobby. I took a little break between crocheting and I did some beach combing and I found some sea glass. Very, very pretty. I found an amber color, a green color, and a clear. I'll show you when I get home. They're tucked away in my pocket. Okay, so that was the 4th round. Let me see what's next. I think we should be putting some eyes on pretty soon. Oh, I tucked my instructions into the Magic Mary Poppins bag. Where are those instructions? Ah, you're slipping. Let's see. We're gonna decrease. Okay. Let's decrease. I like doing those invisible decreases where you only grab the front loops. That way it doesn't leave those gaps for the fluff and stuff to show through. I'm not even sure if you can hear me right now. I may, in editing, just end up playing music at this point. just sitting here watching me. Carl, the fog isn't even rolling.
You can sit on the ice chest, Mom. I'm gonna get it.
You're gonna go get the ice chest?
Yeah.
I'm really comfortable here, and look at my beautiful view that I have in my
Well, I
video.
want you to watch me catch fish.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be moving again. So there's the Golden Gate. I'm moving again. It's okay. He loves me. Okay, I finished the first decrease round. This is what I've got. I gotta pee. Okay, I'm ready to start stuffing. And then a few more decrease rounds. And I'll be right back. It is much later in the afternoon, about 1:30. There are lots and lots of people out enjoying the weather today. I'm hearing many different languages. Absolutely beautiful. There's San Francisco. Oh, I don't know if that's copyright problems. I'm not monetized. We're perfectly fine to listen to good tunes. Having a great day. So I've been sitting here crocheting, moved around quite a few times. Lots of people to talk to, and lots of people sharing their knitting and crochet experience with me and asking what I've been working on as I sit here. I've moved off the pier because it was super windy. So I'm just sitting here on a park bench. I finished the first pee that I showed you. It's official. I have peed under the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm gonna sit here and work on the second one. The guys are still out there fishing. They got a couple of bites. Ryan got a smelt. I'll put a picture. So now they're using that as live bait. I'll check in a little while. I hope you're having a great day and enjoying this adventure with me. I'll see you soon. All right, we're home. We just pulled in the driveway. I'm done. On the way home from San Francisco, I made the pod. It worked up with some very basic construction concepts. So we made perfectly symmetrical balls, and then this was a really good concept. I don't want to give away too much. I feel like maybe I've given away too much of the pattern. I shouldn't do that. So I made that part, and part of that was, in the instructions, there's step 1 to make the peas. Step 2 was to make the shell. At the end of the shell, they're building up stitches, and then it just stops and it says fasten off, leave a long tail for sewing. There's no instructions on the construction of the last finishing touches. So I was looking at the big picture, and I can see on the corners of the shell they've sewn in a couple stitches to give it, a puckered, pointed look. You see it? There we go. They didn't really give instructions on how to do that. The kit also came with a keychain, so I'm thinking the keychain's got a circle, and then on the other end of it, it's got a lobster claw. And I was thinking which end I wanted on the pea pod, which my new cell phone case has a little toggle at the end, so I want to snap that onto the toggle. I think it would be cute. So I decided that I wanted the ring part on the peas. So on the last row, it stops with a double crochet. I slip stitched all the way around, and then I slip stitched 4 stitches together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8. 4 on one side, 4 on the other side, slip stitch. And then I came all the way back across, and I slip stitched 4 times. So it's 8 stitches together. I chained 6. And then I slipped back into the side, and I slipped all the way down. And then on the inside, I tied my ends, sewed in my ends all the way down, and came back a couple of times. I like to use aluminum or the metal darning needles when I'm sewing it. This kit came with a little plastic one. Right away, I was like, I don't want to use it. It's going to get bendy. It's not going to be Sharpie. No. This hook was perfectly fine for today's project. I don't know how long it would last but as part of the kit, it was just fine. It stayed pretty sharp at the end. I had no problem weaving in ends. The hole was nice and big for me to thread the yarn through and sew at the beach and outside and everything else. Absolutely no complaints. The stitch markers, of course, we all have those fancy beaded fun stitch markers, the little metal light bulb ones. They're fun, they're cute. But for utilitarian purposes, these stitch markers were perfectly fine. They did the job. What do I have left over? I've got an amazing hook. It's squishy, not foamy, but it's that rubber feel. Fit my hand perfectly fine. It's got enough of a sharp edge on it that it dug into the stitches. Perfectly good hook. Very happy with the hook. The hook alone, I feel, is a better quality than the whole kit was $250. Keeping in mind, this is a really, really good hook that I'll add to my collection and keep for a very long time. What do I have left? And now actually looking at the picture, there was a moment when I noticed, I think I used the wrong greens. There's my shell is actually the color of the peas. I didn't even think to look at that when I was trying to decide which was light and which was dark. That's whatever. It's mine. So what do I have left over? I have this much green, light green. Wait, technically this is the light green. I got that much left, which is, I mean, that's full. There's no core in there. That's pretty good. I think I could probably make 2 peas out of that. It only went up to 24 stitches, 2 millimeter. I could probably make 2 peas, and I got enough for another pod because it would only be 2 peas. They would be a little less used for the shell. The pink, I did use a little stitching for the pink, very minimal. Plenty of black left for 2 more. This is also a great way to build your yarn cellar for a new person crocheting. I feel that those little bits and pieces would be great to make little amigurumi. You know, if you had like a little pattern that popped up in mind, that would be great. Tons of fluff and stuff left, considering how much I used. I didn't even use half of this, which on the go, this is a great little bag of fluff and stuff to take with you when you go somewhere, when I go somewhere. So I did come into a few knots, which I just cut each end and Russian joined them together out on the beach. Perfectly fine, no problem. And I still haven't gotten to that end that I could clearly see from the beginning. It was, in my opinion, a very good little pattern. $2.50. It took me a day. Of course, there was a lot of other things going on with the moving and the fishing and all that good stuff. It's perfectly fine. We needed to go on a drive today because my husband is a mechanic for Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. And he has a vehicle that the dealership bought back that needed some road testing done because they had some work done to it. This vehicle's for sale. So we drove around in a luxury vehicle, went to San Francisco, had a great time, and I crocheted. I had a wonderful day. Amazing pattern, no frustration. And now let me show you my little 3 peas in a pod. Aren't they cute? So I made some little kissy lips on this one and some eyebrows just to change it up. This one's got the meh look on him. And then here is the classic one that was it's closer to how the instructions wanted you to sew it, which they didn't give any instructions on how to embroider those on there. They just said stitch it on according to the picture. So stitch them on according to the picture. I did good. I did mix up those 2 colors, didn't I? Other than that, I did great. And I had a fun day. I think I'm going to add a little bit of fabric glue to the back sides of these and call it a day. I'm not going to sew those on. I'm done for today. Today is Sunday. You probably won't see this till Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, I need to work on a few things. I need to do the dishcloths. I need to... Oh, I'm ready to scrumble. I got some scrumbles to work on. Have fun. Thank you for joining me today. Look, I got a little... It's not sunburned. It's windburned. It was so windy. So San Francisco, the high of the day, it was misting and raining and the sun didn't really come out much, but it was kind of like bright ambient light. My husband said I got it to 54 degrees. We're home now in Oakley, which is off of the bay. We're more out towards the Delta, and it is 84 degrees here. No humidity. We don't do much humidity here in the Bay Area, but it's a huge temperature difference. Microclimates, right? Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful time. Please tell me in the comment box below, What are you currently working on? I'd love to know. Take care. Bye, friends.
Thank you.